Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are discussing virtual circuit network. So, what is virtual circuit network? A virtual circuit network is a connection oriented service. Then what is connection oriented service? There will be a relationship between all these packets. Okay. So before all these packets are sent from the sender to the receiver, see in the diagram, there is a path will be established between the sender and the receiver. After this, all the datagrams or packets will follow the same path. That's why it's called virtual circuit network. So a virtual path will be established between sender and receiver before sending the data, and after establishing this virtual path, the datagrams or the packets will be sent in the same path. So here, along the packet, there will be a one more variable which is used, or it may be a label, that is called virtual circuit identifier. This is also defined a virtual path. Then we'll see how this particular label helps in sending the packets. So here in the diagram, we want to send all these 4 packets from the sender to the receiver. So the network layer, it will send the packets to the router R1. So initially the path has been established like R1, then it reaches R3 and then R4. So here all the packets will follow the same path. Then it will reach the destination, means the receiver. The receiver is the final destination. See in the diagram, the receiver, or it may be called network layer. The packet, they have got the relationship between the other packets, so there is no mismatch of packets, and all the packets will arrange the same order. So this is the main advantage of this virtual circuit network. Next we'll see in the forwarding table. Coming to the forwarding table, this forwarding table, it is based on the virtual circuit identifier. In case of datagram approach, it is based on the destination address. So here it is based on the virtual circuit label because it's virtual circuit network. So what is a virtual circuit label? See in the diagram, this forwarding table. So whenever the packet is arrives to the router, the router will assign same label. So this is the sequence number which has been given 1, 2, 3 and 4. So whenever a packet reaches this particular router in port 1, this router will assign some label to this packet. And when it goes to another port, also it will give you another number of label, that is L2. So here if you see in this diagram, when a packet arrives, so this is the incoming label. The first one is incoming label, SA is your source address, DA is your destination address, and the last one is data. So this router will go and check this forwarding table. So in the forwarding table, whenever a packet arrives, it assign a label L1 and it will send that packet through port P2. It will assign a different label that is called L2. So we can see this. So it is going through to the port 2 and it will assign a label that is called L2. So this is what the function which is done by router over 4 entries, and here in the forwarding table, one is incoming and the second one is outgoing port. In incoming port, we have a port number and label. In this virtual circuit label or VC label, in outgoing port, we have a port number and we will assign a different VC label to that particular packet, so that the main function of your router, it can be a virtual circuit approach. Now coming to the 3 phases. So there are three phases in the case of virtual circuit approach. The first one is setup phase, the second one is data transfer phase, and the third one is tear down phase. Coming to the setup phase, so here whenever a data has to be sent from the source to the destination, the source has to set up a virtual connection, that is the path between the sender and the receiver, that is called setup phase. Okay. And what is data transfer phase? During this phase, the data will be transferred from the source to the destination. Okay. And what is the third one? That is tear down phase. So whenever any one source or destination wants to disconnect the connection, they can use this tear down phase, okay, for the disconnection and also deleting all the entries in your forwarding table. So we'll see these all three phases one by one. First we'll see the setup phase. So during the setup phase, the two packets will be exchanged. One is the sending request packet and the other one is acknowledgement packet. So in the setup phase, the path will be established between the source and the destination. And after setting the path, we will be going for the data transfer. So during the setup phase, two oscillatory packets will be exchanged. One is our request packet and the other is acknowledgement packet. So first we'll see how the request packet has been sent from the source to the destination. Okay. Here you see in the diagram where you have a sender A and the receiver B. So sender A is connected to the virtual circuit approach, where you have connected with the router R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5. So initially this sender R1 network layer will prepare a packet that is called request packet. Will send the packet to the router R1. Initially, this router R1 will create the entries in the virtual circuit. This is called the forwarding table. So when it is creating the entry, it already knows as whenever the packet come from the source A, where it want to goes to the destination B, it has to be sent through the port 3. So it go and fill up all the entries in the forwarding table. Okay. So what it does, it says that whenever a port is come from the port 1, it assign a new label that is called 14 to this request packet, and it will send that packet through the port 3. It does not know the label which is to be assigned to this. Okay. So it will leave the column empty and it will assign all these 3 entries, and then it will send the packet through the port 3. So when the same request packet reaches to the router R3, the R3 also fills the same 3 entries in the forwarding table. So what means whenever a packet comes from it is coming through the port 1. So here is port 1 is the second table. Okay. It assign a new label that is called 66 to this port, and it is send the packet through the port 3, the 66. Okay. It doesn't know the label, so it leave as it is. Now again, when the same packet reaches R4, it fill first 3 columns as it is, and is done in the first 2 cases. So it says that it is coming through the port 1, it assign a new label that is called 22, and the outgoing port is 4. So now this reached the destination that is called B. So now this B wants to accept the packet from the sender A. It will assign a label, a virtual circuit label for the outgoing label. Okay. So it will assign a label again that is called 77 here. So what is this request packet contain? Request packet is nothing but It contains only a source address and destination address, only SA and DA. So this is what, as we have done in this request packet, where it has been sent from the source to the destination. Next we'll see the acknowledgement packet, transfer between destination and the source, that is called acknowledgement packet. So now what happens, the destination B assign a number, that is 77, for the outgoing label. So here 77 will be filled. Okay, so whenever it wants to send a acknowledgement packet, this acknowledgement packet contains only the source and the destination address, means SA or DA. So this will fill the particular entry over here in the router R4. Then after which this packet will receive to the router R4. R4 will send the same packet through the port R1 with the label 22. So this label 22 will fill in the particular label, particular in this outgoing port, okay, and assign this packet will be sent to the R1 through port 1 with the label that is called 66 over here, and when it receives R1, okay, so here it will fill 66 over here, and from that it goes through this label that is called 14. So that is how here outgoing label are filled based on the packet which has been sent. Okay, so this is what we done in the acknowledgement packet. So now we'll see in the last slide. In last slide we'll see the data transfer phase of the virtual circuit. Okay, so all the entries in your forwarding table has been filled now, just we need to send the data now. So the same sender you have to the same receiver. So the sender, it checks even the packet has been transferred now, it will be sending into the router R1. So R1 will assign the label that is called 14 for the incoming port, and you have a source address and destination address and data, and it will send that particular data to the packet through the port 3. So in the port 3 now happens, it will assign a label that is called 66 over here. So 66 A, B and data, when it receive in the router R3, it is assigning a label that is it will go and check like whenever a data come from the port 1, it will be send the packet through port 3. It will assign a label that is called 22. So 22 assign this outgoing packet. So now this router R4 will check whenever a packet arrives in the port 1 with the label 22. Okay, so it assign a packet through port 4. It will be assigning a label again that is called 77. So that is how the packet will be sent, or the data will be transferred between the source and the destination. The last phase is our tear down phase. In the tear down phase, whenever any source or destination wants to disconnect the connection, it will send the special packet that is called tear down packet. This will be sent. Okay, any one of the host will send this tear down packet, and the other host will accept by sending the confirmation packet. Then all the entries in your forwarding table will be deleted. Okay, so this is all about virtual circuit network. So in virtual circuit network, we have seen several phases like a setup phase, our data transfer phase, and the last one is tear down phase. During the setup phase, two things will be done. One is sending the request and the other one is getting the acknowledgement. Okay, So in this particular phase only we have entering all the entries in your forwarding table. After doing that we'll be doing the data transfer. Okay, so perhaps you guys must have understood. Thank you.